nice to have you here in the kitchen with us today. We're going to be doing some interesting recipes for pies. Sweet pies and savory pies. Savory meaning spicy, more like you can have for a meal. Sweet meaning the wonderful ones that we all enjoy this time of the year or any time of the year. So, and my special guest chef today is none other than Mr. Paul W. Williams, the hub of 43 years. Now he's a little nervous, so start praying. No, he'll be fine. He's fine. He's always good in the kitchen with me. But you know, when I was thinking about pies, when I was getting this stuff ready, my dad is a pastor. You know, when the missionaries that we sponsored all around the country, all around the world, when they would hit New York coming back for a furlough, there was one from the Philippine Islands. His name was Clyde Shields. And it would be so funny because as soon as he'd get to New York, he'd call my dad, Brother Boback, I'll be in the States for a while and I'd like to come by and have a service. And Dad was, oh, absolutely, Brother Shields, absolutely. Now, when would you like to come? So they'd get a date. He'd say, now, you know, I don't want to go out any place for dinner. I want to have Sister Boback cook me a meal. And could you ask Arlene to make those pies for me? Now, he liked a graham cracker crust and a banana cream pie with whipped cream on top. And I've thought so many times how that, you know, in the woods, up in the back hills of the Philippine Islands, where would you get a banana cream pie? But this man loved them, and every time he'd come, I'd make a couple of pies, make a couple of different kinds. That would be the first thing he'd ask for. And so I thought, well, let's make one of those real quick pies for you today. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a wonderful blueberry crumb pie, and an oh my, it's a pecan pie, and then a chocolate cherry cream pie, which will be the quick refrigerator pie. And then Paul's going to make a terrific taco pie. That's the savory one, that when you're getting ready for the holidays or just you need a quick idea for a meal, this is something you can put together that fast. And so he's going to make that. And so it's a pie kind of a day. And I hope you're going to enjoy it. We're going to get started, but first we're going to do our at-home hint. And when we come back, it's pies, pies, and more pies. Stay with us. What to do when sugar burns on a saucepan? Well, the best thing about sugar is that it dissolves. So pour in some boiling water, stir it to loosen, and pour it out. Repeat until all the sugar disappears.
If you have an at-home hint, a favorite recipe, or just a friendly greeting you'd like to share, we'd like to hear from you. Post it in the comments of this video or visit our Facebook page.
Well, here's the kitchen buddy. He's with me today. And this is a new experience for you, huh?
It is a new experience.
Usually he's on the dish detail. He keeps, like when I bake at home or cook at home, he's the best cleanup. So, but he's learned a lot over the years of me baking and cooking, haven't you?
Absolutely.
He knows how to stuff a chicken and make a roast chicken. So we'll have to get you to do that sometime.
Oh.
You don't think so? No. Okay, what are you making today?
Well, I'm gonna do some ground beef.
Okay, but what's the name of this?
Oh, this is a terrific taco pie.
Okay, so this is a good idea for supper.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll take this here ground meat.
Pound of ground meat.
Throw it in there.
Okay.
Take this paper off.
Yeah, we like it without paper.
Yeah, we don't want that either.
No.
And I'm gonna break it up.
Okay.
A little bit.
Use the end of it, baby. There you go. Okay, and that's over like a medium-high heat. And he just wants to get that starting to get brown. And as that starts to get brown, we want to season that a little bit. What are you going to add to that?
I'm going to put some onions in with it.
Okay. You could go ahead and do that now if you wanted to.
Okay.
Notice there's no oil with that because there's enough oil in the meat, enough grease in the meat to cook that. So that's going to take about 4 or 5 minutes for that to cook. While he's doing that, I'm going to make one of the sweet pies. This one is the Oh My Pecan Pie. Simple, easy to do. We just took a refrigerator crust and we lined our pie plate. Get that done, put it on a cookie sheet so that this is easier to handle, getting it in and out of the oven. Really important. Okay, I have 4 eggs here. We're just going to whisk them up. Give them a good whisking. Break the yolks so that they combine well. How are we doing over there, buddy?
Pretty good.
I think you could turn that up a little bit if you wanted
Turn
to,
up.
honey. Looks like it could go a little higher. Now we're going to add some sugar to our eggs. You want to make sure that that combines really, really well. You know, this kind of a pie is something that you don't have a great big piece of. You can have a sliver of it because it's very rich, and you serve it with the whipped cream. So we want to combine that very well. Now, we're going to add some corn syrups. We have the dark corn syrup. This is a cup. And you know the best way to do this? You spray the cup first with Pam, and then it just runs right out of there and goes right into your bowl. It doesn't stick all over your cup. Now this one, that one we didn't do. We didn't think about it until after we poured it in. This one we did. Watch the difference. Look, I don't even have to scrape it. It comes right out of that. That was one of our hints at time a little ways back, but I'll tell you, it works so well. Very, very well. Okay. Now, we're gonna combine these really well because this is the substance that is really the base of the pie. Honey, how are we doing over there?
Well, we're doing okay, I guess.
Keep mashing it down to break it up.
Keep smashing it, okay.
And then you have to let it stay still so it browns up. You don't have to keep turning it. Okay?
Yep.
This is Cooking Lesson 101, how to make a pie. Okay, so we've got this combined. And now all we're going to do, get those eggs in there really, really well. We have 2½ cups of pecans. Let me throw a little bit of vanilla in there too while I'm at it. That will be good. Combine that. But we took 2½ cups of pecans and we divided them, 1 1/4. We chopped them fine. And then the other, we left in big pieces because you want the combination of a big piece of a pecan and a small little bit so it gets all over the place in your pie. And there we are. Now, here's the chopped ones. Put those in. I think I'm going to get rid of this because this is going to be covered with nuts that's hard to get out. Whoops. Okay. Now we're going to put the big ones in too. Yes. And again, this is a 9-inch pie shell. You could do it in a 10-inch if you wanted to, but your pieces of the pie would be thinner. If you like thick, go 9. If you like thin. And you know, during the holidays or if you're having a big dinner, like I said, a small piece of this is adequate. You don't want a great big piece. And I always feel like if people want more, they can come back and get another piece. But don't take it and then you're too full to eat it and you waste it. I don't like to do that. Okay, this goes in a preheated oven, 350-degree oven. And it's only going to bake for about 50 to 55 minutes. Okay? Boy, that looks good. Smells good. Makes a nice big pie, too. Okay? You want to make sure that you get your pecans nicely covered, evenly distributed. Yeah. Beautiful. And we have our oven. Honey, would you put this in the oven for me?
Yep.
Why don't you go ahead and open the door first so we can get that in there.
Is that going on the top rack?
The top rack, right. 350 degrees, preheated, okay? And that's, again, like I said, 50 to 55 minutes. So that should be done in time for you to see what it's like at the end of the program. You're going to like that one, okay? Now, let's see how we're doing here, honey. Can I just take a look at it?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what you want to do, because you want to break that up so that everybody gets pieces of that. You're doing a good job, baby.
Okay. That's
Good
the
job.
main thing.
The main thing is to let it cook, right?
Main thing.
Yep. Okay, next, what do you do next? Let's put the refried
Okay.
beans in.
Okay.
I think that's cooked enough for that. So he's going to add refried beans, some taco seasoning, some water, and some salsa. That's the next. Okay, and for me, I'm going to start on my next pie, which is a blueberry crumb pie. Yummy, yummy. We're using a frozen crust for this, something a little different. And get all this over here. First, we're going to take our pie crust, and it's already care of. You can use a frozen or a fresh one if you want to. And in the bowl, we're going to add sugar and flour. So our sugar and our flour. And then you want to mix those up just like that. And then we have lemon juice and lemon zest. Some lemon juice and our lemon zest. That makes it so fresh smelling. Oh my. Paul, what are we doing there? You get the beans in?
Got the beans in.
All right. Looking and smelling good. Okay, you just want to combine as much as you can with the flour and the sugar. And then we're going to gently drop in our blueberries. Now this is going to be 5 cups of blueberries, fresh or frozen, either one. We're just going to drop those right into that flour. You want that to cover because that's what's going to thicken your pie so that the blueberry juices don't go everywhere, that little bit of flour all over. Okay, we're going to keep making it. He's making his taco pie. I'm making my crumb pie. We'll be back in just a minute with more pies. Stay with us.
Do you love watching At Home with Arlene Williams? Then be sure to check out our new YouTube channel. It's filled with classic episodes from over 20 years of At Home, and more videos are added each day. And don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Well, we've been making pies today, and Paul's got his terrific taco pie. There's the filling. We put it in our serving dish. Now, all he added to the meat and the other things he put in was that package of the taco seasoning mix and a little bit of sour cream. Now, you can put the sour cream in if you don't want to. We'll just put it on the top. We're going to put some more on the top anyway. But that's what it looks like. And then he's chopped up some lettuce. Now he's going to chop up some tomatoes while I make the chocolate cherry pie. These are so quick and easy. You're going to love this. Okay, so we have our trusty graham cracker. If you want to make your own, go for it. And all we've done is made one 4-serving size instant chocolate pudding. What you're going to do with that, see, it has to be good and cold. It has to be refrigerated. See how that sets up? That's going in the bottom of the pie crust. Look how nice that goes. Let me turn this around so I can get it in there good. Because I think that'll fit right in there. There we go. You want to use, this is the chocolate part of the chocolate cherry pie. There's just something about, you can make lemon, you can make coconut cream, you can make banana cream, as I said, chocolate banana. And if you keep just one of these in your pantry and some cans of fruit filling, I'm telling you, you can have a pie that fast. A couple packages of pudding, but this has to be good and firm because this is going to support the rest of the stuff that we're going to put on top of it. So you want to smooth this out, make it nice and smooth. How are we doing over there, honey?
Pretty good, pumpkin.
Good. Pumpkin. Okay. Now you know one of his pet names for me. Pumpkin. I told him, he used to get another pumpkin for different seasons. Another names for that, not pumpkin all year long. I'm not a pumpkin all year long. Okay, anyway, so that's pretty well smoothed out. And I want to get that off there because I can't stand for there to be a bite of that on there and be wasted. Okay, we're going to fill that in over there. All right, that's the chocolate layer. Now we're going to put some Cool Whip, and we're just going to take, and we're not going to like smother it with this, but you want it to have enough so that it will support the cherries that's going to go on top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So once I get that on, I'm just going to smooth it. And you want to smooth it clear to the crust to seal the chocolate layer on the bottom. All right, just like that. Boy, my mouth is watering because this is one of those. I haven't made these in a long time, but boy, are they good. And they're nice because they'll keep in the fridge. Somebody pops in and you weren't planning on it, you've got something nice, really nice to serve them. And they're really, make a pot of coffee, you got a nice dinner. Nice dessert for your dinner. Okay. So we have that all over. You're chopping a lot over there, baby. check the ovens over there. One of our kitchen girls is going to do that for us. Okay, there's that. Now, we're going to take, now you can, because it's chocolate cherry, that's why we're going to put cherry, sorry dear, excuse me. We're going to put cherry pie filling on top. And here's where you want to be careful, because you just want to spoon it. You don't want it to like go into that layer of the Cool Whip. Just like that. And spoon it. What I like to do is put some all around the pie and then go back when I have covered the surface one time around, then I'll go back and put more as needed. But if you dump it all on one side and then you're trying to smooth it over to the other side, it makes like a, doesn't look real nice. So, just gonna, and you'll notice that the cherry pie filling will start to slide down because it's going for that edge because of that Cool Whip is so soft. Now this, you're going to refrigerate at least 4 hours before you're going to cut it because it has to set up, as they say. Smells, look how nice that is. Very festive. And more important, it's very delicious. It really is. Excellent. And we just keep going around the bend here with more cherries. Yeah, I would use the whole can. You don't have to, but I would. What are you going to do with a half-used can or a little partial bit of canned cherries in your refrigerator? Probably end up throwing it out. So put it on. And there it is. There's our chocolate cherry cream pie. When you serve it, you're going to put a dollop of whipped cream on the top. This is going into the refrigerator.
I will.
Would you do that for me? You're such a sweetheart.
Just a minute.
Okay. Yummy, that smells so good, it looks so good. So easy to do. You could do this with, as I said, all different, catch on the bottom, honey.
Okay.
Okay. So you can do that with all kinds of pie fillings and pie crusts. They have a chocolate pie crust you could use. They have a shortbread pie crust that you can use. Just, I mean, you don't have to bake. You assemble those pies. Okay. So, oh, you got your, okay, very good, honey. Why don't we bring that over here?
Okay.
And we'll start to garnish it. Okay? Very good. Now, if you wanted to make this in a round dish, that would be appropriate too. But first, we're going to take some lettuce. Can I just move you over a little bit? That's good. And you want about an inch from the edge of the plate, you want finely chopped lettuce, and you just want to start to make a row, going a whole way around the dish, just like this, about an inch away from the edge of the plate. Okay? Now, how you're going to serve this, you're going to serve it with some lime-flavored nacho chips. Delicious. And when you serve it as a, it could be a dip, but I think it would be great for, as I said, a quick meal. When you got a lot of things going on, you don't have much time. You saw how quick that was to put together. And you just, I would serve this and let people just take a big dip of this, put it on their plate. You can make guacamole to go with this. It would be wonderful. But you want to get your lettuce, and just keep it like in a straight line, much as you can. You don't want big pieces of lettuce, so you pull those out. And then the next, because we only have about a minute or so, what we're going to put next will be our tomatoes. And we're going to put those, leave a little space between the lettuce and the tomato, and we're just going to put a line of those, just like we did with the lettuce. You could add olives to this. You could add whatever, okay? So you would finish that off. Then you would pile your cream cheese, sour cream, all in the middle here, all in the middle here, because this is going to leave a spot like that. And then you take your shredded cheddar cheese and you just pile it over top of your sour cream. I'm telling you, it's good. With lime, nacho chips, it's the best. You're going to want to try it. A quick and easy, savory meal for your supper. And who doesn't like tacos? I mean, who doesn't? We do. Okay, we'll be back in just a minute. We'll show you everything that we made today.
Just go to ctvn.org/athome to get all the recipes from today's show for free. That's right, No subscriptions, they're available online at no cost, and more are being added each day. So join us at ctvn.org/athome to get today's recipes now.
When you see what we've done today, what do you think? Beautiful. Pies, pies, and more pies. Let's start here. Paul, you did a great job. This terrific taco pie. We just added some what?
Cheese, lettuce, tomato, and sour cream.
And then we just put a few lemons there, and we're serving it with our lemon flavored tortilla chips. Oh, my goodness. That's incredible. Next to it, this is our chocolate cherry cream pie. You want to keep that refrigerated? You can even keep that in the freezer if you wanted to. But that's nice. You can make that ahead, pop it in the freezer. Somebody comes to get it out, you're ready. Next to it, these pies are so hot, I can't even cut them. This is our blueberry crumb pie. The smell of this is incredible. And you have to let these sit so that they cool down, so the thickening, it works in there, and you don't want it running all over the place. And then up there, right next to our terrific taco pie, is our pecan, oh my, pecan pie. I'll tell you, that's a beauty. That looks like a really expensive pie you get at a really upscale bakery. And look, you did it in your own kitchen. Anybody can do it, right?
Yep.
Honey, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
I'm always glad when you're here with us. We're really glad when you're there with us because, you know, you're family, and family sticks together. And we love it when you tell us that you enjoy the program. And more than that, we love it when you tell us that you love God. So be sure to join us the next time because it wouldn't be the same without you here at home. Tell your fan club hello.
Dance.
Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Dravosburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.